Hi, this is Stephanie Neal, presenting one of the more enjoyable ways to address the tarot. We are on lesson 8 and we are discussing the fours. So under general information, I'm going to be talking about turning the cards. Now, after the reader has laid out the spread, it is time to turn the cards. Some turn all the cards over as they lay them down on the table. Others turn them over one at a time as they discuss the reading. For some readers, the way they turn the cards is important to them. Some examples of this is some will only turn the cards from the left over, while others flip each card over from the right side, or some will turn each card over from the bottom up or top down. It all depends on how you were trained. And if you read reversals, it is important to pay attention that every card is turned the same way. Now, the only time I use reversals is when I am learning a new spread and the instructions call for it. Now, reading and interpreting each card has a mutable meaning depending on the question. The reader receives the meaning from her or his higher self. The portion of every being that is completely connected to divine source of the soul, and that's everyone. Every card holds several symbols that together can convey both an issue and one or more solutions answering that issue. And the most difficult task for some individuals is to interpret the solution through the symbols that are displayed on the card. I always begin by first identifying what I am actually seeing on the card. What is the scene? Who is in the scene? What are they doing? What results will this scene bear? These are just a few questions you can pose. This is where you have to really look at the card and see the symbols themselves, not other people's interpretations of what an object is, but what is really there in front of your eyes. Because the symbol will take on a different meaning for everyone through different eyes. One example is the Hermit card. So many people say that this hermit is inside a cave at dark. And in fact, he is not. He may be there at night just when the sun is rising or when the sun is falling, or it might be just a dark day and he's not inside and is not inside a cave. He's holding a lamp that holds a star that guides him. But in essence, it is the whole scene is the guide. He is the guide. So little things like that is what I mean by that. You really look at the card and see what it really is. Now, of course, I'm talking about the Waite Rider-Smith deck. And yes, I've seen other decks that have placed the hermit in the cave, which that's cool too, but we are only specifically at this point talking about this particular deck. So what we want to find in each card is a solution that works specifically for you for your specific problem or issue in your specific life. And the only person who can know if a solution or meaning resonates with you is you. So let's move on to the interpretations. And as I said before, we're talking about the fours. Now, the general observations. At first glance, it seems everyone is a person of privilege. And why is the Ace of Cups in the Four of Cups card? It may be there because cups represent, well, one of the main reasons it represents, or meanings, it represents love. And ace, main interpretation is it's the first, or the first idea. So that could be added to your interpretation. But that's what it is right there on the scene. The symbol for the Ace of Cups. Or, yeah, the Ace of Cups inside the Four of Cups. So, first up is A.E. Waite for the Four of Wands. From the four great staves, of course that's wands, planted in the foreground, there is a great garland suspended. Two female figures uplift nosegays. At their side is a bridge over a moat, leading to an old manorial house. Meanings: they are for once almost on the surface. Country life. I know sometimes Waite words, sentences a little oddly there, but that's what he said. It's a haven of refuge, a domestic harvest, home, repose, concord, harmony, prosperity, peace, and the perfected work of these. Reversed, the meaning remains unaltered. It is prosperity increased, facility, beauty, embellishment. So when sometimes you receive a reversed, if you're going to have a reader that does reversed readings, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing when you see that. And this is a perfect example. Now, Frank Albano. Romance, society, harmony, newly acquired prosperity, tranquility, the fruits of our labor, rest after strife. Mary Packard suggests it's a good time to shore up foundations. Conflict results in an impasse, hiatus, constraint. Prospects will improve. Reversed, romantic, frustration, uncertainty. S.L. McGregor Mathers, society. Union, association, concord, harmony, reversed, prosperity, success, happiness, advantage. Stephanie Neal. Completion, virtue, diligence rewarded. Solid foundation, strong alliances, peace, contentment, gratitude, well-being, good friends, support your work. Celebration or celebrating your relationships, receiving a raise, welcome home, the gates are wide open. The next card is the Four of Cups. Waite, A young man is seated under a tree and contemplates 3 cups set on the grass before him. An arm issuing from a cloud offers him another cup. This expression, notwithstanding, is one of the discontent with this environment. Meanings: wariness, disgust, aversion, imaginary vexations, as if the wine of this world had caused this. Another wine, as if a fairy gift is now offered the wastrel, but he sees no conciliation therein. This is also a card of blended pleasure, reversed novelty, presage, new instruction, new relations. Albano, weariness, aversion, disgust, disappointment, bitter experience, stationary period in life. Packard, ability to adapt and fit into any social scene, comfortable in one's own skin. Reversed, confinement in a group that doesn't allow for individuality. Peer pressure. Mathers, ennui, displeasure, discontent, dissatisfaction. Reversed, new acquaintance, conjecture, sign, presentiment, kneel. Luxury, not being the answer, or not being aware that the answer is in front of you. Pondering, taking a time out, isolation, unhappiness, not recognizing the blessings in life, doubt, dealing with naysayers, nothing is enough, not being aware of the situation at hand. The Four of Swords. Wait. The effigy of a knight in the attitude of prayer at full length upon his tomb. Meaning, vigilance, retreat, solitude, hermit's repose, exile, tomb, and coffin. It is these last that have suggested the design. Reversed, wise administration, circumspection, economy, avarice, precaution, testament. Albano, respite, rest after an illness, repose, replenishment, solitude, exile, retreat, abandonment. Packard, feeling of pressure and restriction, possibility of growth once limitations are lifted. Reversed, enslavement, stuck in a situation. Mathers, solitude, retreat, abandonment, solitary, hermit. Reversed, economy, precaution, regulation of expenditure. Kneel, truce, rest, silence, waiting, recovery, overworked, isolation, vigil, thoughts that cause one to become frozen, time for new dreams and new philosophy, need a break from the mind, meditation, balance, reflection, death of a thing or idea, yet reminding us there is no death. Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Wait. A crowned figure having a pentacle over his crown. Clasps another with hands and arms. Two pentacles are under his feet. He holds to that which he has. Meanings: the surety of possessions, cleaving to that which one has, gift, legacy, inheritance. Reversed: suspense, delay, opposition. Albano: love of material wealth, hoarder, usurer, skinflint, inability to share. Packard: financial stability with solid future. Reversed: excessive rigidity, unwilling to embrace new ways of thinking. Mathers: pleasure, gaiety, enjoyment, satisfaction. Reversed: obstacles, hindrances. Neil: power, holding on to material items or an inheritance. Holding on to material things too tightly. Time to consider letting a few things go to make room for new opportunities. Withholding something. Becoming stingy. Control. Knowing your limits. Money is on your mind. Money is on your heart. Money is where he makes his stand. Approach. What action should you take next? Look at the scene on the card. Not just the main character. Look at everything. Then think, what will the person do next? Or the animal do next? Especially the Knight cards. If you notice that every one of those horses have clear expressions on their face. So they are thinking about what to do next also. Will someone arrive? What will you do next? So it takes imagination to move through different ideas and solutions. And you don't have to come up with one solution. If you come up with 6 solutions, well, that's fantastic. So you have an array from which to choose. All right, until next time, blessed be.